There's one thing that almost all Disney fans collect. Souvenirs from special occasions? No. Memorabilia? No. Used props? I do somewhat, but not everyone. That one thing is pins. You see them everywhere in the parks, resorts, even buses. But why do they start? Why are they such a big thing to collect when you go to the Disney parks? Stick around, because today I'm Dane and I will be looking at the history of Disney pin trading. Buttons and pins were always part of the park experience at Disney, but the pins we know today didn't become popular until the Millennium Celebration in 1999. During the celebration, Disney set up its first official pin trading station after they realized some people buy pins and trade them too. The pin trading station was only supposed to be open during the celebration for 1 year, and that was it. But that quickly changed because the popularity of pin trading skyrocketed and spread throughout the parks like wildfire. All of a sudden, cast members and guests alike were buying, trading, and selling pins. The phenomenon was so big that it eventually spread to Disneyland, then Disneyland Paris, Hong Kong, and when Shanghai opened, they were there too. Even the Disney Cruise Line has gotten into the action with an official pin trading night. Some Disney fans, like myself, are casual collectors of pins. You know, I've got a couple here, but there's people that are obsessed with pin trading. Some people have huge collections, fills up this entire wall of just pins. There are Facebook groups dedicated to pin trading and a Discord server. There has even been organized pin trading event meetups, Disney official and some not. These are events then held in Epcot every year, and people from across the US come and trade. Disneyland has pin trading events sometimes, but not every year. Disneyland Paris has every once a year or so, and Hong Kong Disneyland started their annual event in 2007 and has happened every April. This is a major hobby for some Disney fans and a good feeling when you finally complete a pin set. It was very satisfying for me when I did finish my Epcot logo set. Even some cast members like to collect. Yes, it's part of their job to trade the pins for guests, but some cast members actually do collect pins. This pin mania isn't just in Disney World, like I said. It's in every Disney park, and it's equally popular. There are actually rules to pin trading, and I'm not kidding you. Let me read you some of the rules. So, guests can only trade cast members 1 pin at a time, and they can only trade 2 pins to cast members every day. Cast members cannot have duplicate pins. Guests cannot sell pins on Disney property. Code word sell. They can trade, but they just can't sell them on Disney property. Cast members can't trade pins made in the 80s anymore, so the ones before the Millennium Celebration that are just metal and not like these kind, they cannot trade them. And also, they cannot trade fake pins. People do make fake pins, and the way to know that it's a real pin, if you look on the back, it has the Disney seal. The Disney and then C. That's how you know that it's a real pin and you can trade to cast members. Those are all the rules. Cast members in the parks either have pin boards or lanyards. So when you see a cast member with a lanyard or a pin board, don't be shy to go up there. They will trade you. There's even rules about looking at the pins on the board and lanyard, and there's only like one that comes to mind, and this is just basic courtesy, I think, at this point. You have to ask to look at the pin before you can actually look at the pin. You can't just go up to them and just start looking at their pins, because That's rude, first of all. Don't do that. And it's against the rules, apparently. I want to see a pin Bill of Rights. Somebody, please, you need to look up the pin rules and make a pin Bill of Rights that everybody has to follow in Disney World. Disney, make this, please. It would be so funny. I am not a big pin collector. Of course, I have some. I have the Epcot logo, Mickey, Donald Duck. I have a Toontown button. I have a Great Movie Ride pin. That's a character. Walt Disney character member pin. Muppet Vision pin. Opening Day Toy Story Land pin. The Spectro Magic pin. Horizons, just to name a few. Some cast member uniforms. Just to name a few, but I'm not a huge... I was actually on the pin trading Discord, but those people are so... Not just them, they're just so rabid, and they're great. Disney fans are great. They really are. One time I actually pin traded a guy on a bus because he had one of those books there's pin trading books where you can put your pin in, and there's actually these books on the Disney Cruise Line, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but I actually pin traded a guy on a bus. He just said, because I was little, and he said, just take these books, see whatever you want, take it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It was very nice of him. And the Disney Cruise Line actually have a pin trading organized night. It is their events. But also, if you don't get in pin trading, you can check out my vlog right there about this. You can pin trade any day in the shops because there are books that you can look through and just take whatever pins. You must trade them. Don't take just randomly. You must trade, of course, but there are books that you can look at and pin trade. They are free. So that is the beginning of pin trading around the world in the Disney parks. And pin traders are great. Don't be shy to collect a few pins here and there and trade a little bit. It's really fun when you really want that pin and then you finally get it. If you are a pin trader, even if you're not, let me know down below in the comment section, what is your favorite type of Disney pin? Also, while you're down there, leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one. Have a magical day.